Hello everyone, and welcome back to Long Thursday Night War. Now, before we jump into a mission, and we will in just a sec, there's a couple of sort of base keeping things I'd like to discuss. The first is that, go over here. Alright, where are you at? Here we go. Marin. Alright. So this is going to be Edicray, alright? Once we actually have access to the nifty little nickname. For those of you familiar with previous campaigns, that means that this is quote-unquote Ed. Yes, female this time, but that's okay. Got the Canadian flag, got stats that I wanted, so, and he's perfectly fine with it. For those of you who are not familiar with Ed, Ed is our field commander for all of our XCOM campaigns. So he is the CO, and then our XO is Clutch. Every season, these are the two. Okay, Clutch is his XO. And this season, the reason I'm mentioning this is because it has more of an impact than just being something that's just in name only for us to kind of have fun with. I just talked to Ed recently, actually this night that I'm recording this, and we're going to have a follow-up conversation tomorrow, but it seems that Ed's going to take over collecting the information and feedback from all of you in the community each week for our weekly poll. And I've talked to a lot of the people that are going to be officers this season about how we go about doing the weekly poll. And the idea is to still have one every week, or they might be periodic in nature. We're still kind of nailing it down because we want to know. I guess I kind of want to know from all of you, do you want to have a vote every week, even if it's something small? Or do you want to have a vote maybe every couple of weeks when it's sort of like a bigger thing? Like, example, something that we could have done this week is, should we build some sawed-off shotguns? And if so, who would we deploy them on? Or should we spend our money on something else? Relatively minor decisions versus maybe a decision like, okay, at this stage, should we be talking about, are we going to rush laser weapons? Or are we going to try to get, perhaps, since we're about to finish xenobiology, should we try to get an early alien containment unit so that we can go down that road and start getting early captures? And what's the risk of doing that when we're playing on Impossible Ironman? Those kinds of discussions. So you let us know what you're thinking, please, in the comments of this video. And if there's not a poll up for some reason after this video, it'll be because of the feedback we're receiving from all of you. Hopefully that'll make sense. It's weird when I record stuff before it posts and it's going up a certain day. Anyway, let's go smash some stuff, particularly alien faces. Now, when we left off, we had unidentified crash site. I'm assuming that's a scout. So we have Clutch, we've got Mark, we've got we've got generic person. Oh, yeah, that's something else I wanted to talk about in terms of the base keeping before we go. So pending assignment means that this soldier will eventually be assigned to one of you. And I've gotten some questions, and then quite frankly, there's been some people in the comments that, have kind of borderline been rude, to be perfectly frank with you. And I don't really understand that entirely. But it takes a lot of time, believe it or not, to collect all that information on the forms that you fill out and be thoughtful about trying to honor people's requests when I can. But just as an FYI for folks, the way it works is anytime I do a new campaign, the first people I add are the vets and Patreon supporters. That's the first people I add, okay? And that's going to be that way always. And I'm still very much open to anyone in the community applying, okay? But it's a little bit different. So, like, for instance, the people in the campaign right now, they're those people. And as I need more, then I'll go to the community sheet and I will add more from whoever has applied. And there's been hundreds. So I absolutely will add folks as I can. And remember, depending on how flexible you were, will dictate whether or not I can add you. So when did you apply? Were you willing to be male or female? Did it matter what class you were? All those things affect things. And some people get really, really specific, and that's okay. But if you're being really, really specific, I can only honor so many requests, right? So I just wanted to share that with everybody. Now, okay, where were we? Okay, we got Eve and we've got Philae. All right, let's go smash more alien faces. Alright, stay frosty, eyes up.
This is Big Sky. We're just north of the crash site. Strike 1 is in position to engage.
Copy that,
Clear, Big Sky.
Copy that, Big Sky, we're good.
Those readings from here. Strike 1 is authorized to assault the alien craft.
Okay, there's the zone wall. We started in the corner. Okay, so... Okay, hold on. Ship is back here. Yep. Yeah, I think so. Alright, let's push up.
All over it.
Okay, clutch. To be named person if you become a scout. Remember, we're going to utilize her as our quote-unquote scout. She doesn't have lightning reflexes, so she's going to be taking some risks for us. Hey, listen, you know, especially when you're playing Long War, you want to try to keep every soldier you can. Having said that, Long War is very much about managing resources and in a war of attrition, so...
Moving to designated position.
You gotta do what you gotta do, people. Well, geez, Mal, that's pretty harsh. You're just gonna red suit this person? Yeah. Appropriately in the red outfit and the whole bit. Don't look at me that way. Don't you judge me. Don't you judge me. Oh, man. Every time I hear that noise, I think, oh, good lord, it's an early ethereal. And it's not. It's the drone noise, but still. So we know we've got some drones. We know we've got some sectoids.
Roger that.
Let's push up.
Affirmative.
Let's see. Clutch. Push
Moving
up.
out.
Yeah, there's the ship right there. Okay.
All an ass.
Alright. We... Okay. Filet. Why don't you push up right there, darling? By the way, I'll just say this now once early because it always comes up, but like I'll like what I just did, you know? Like I'll say like darling. That's just because of where I'm from in the United States and where I grew up. That's a colloquialism. It's not like it's like saying lady. Okay? Like please move up here, lady, is essentially what I said. It's kind of strange that you have to specify these things these days, but you know, I figure address it once, because there's always that person.
You hear anything?
Oh, here we go. Drones up. Oh, yeah. 29%. We're solid. Oh, we actually made a hit. Hey, that's great.
Enemy's still alive.
Is it just 2? Well, let's confirm that. Just 2 drones. Okay. That's not too bad. All right, let's see. I know you got a better shot at the other one, but if you could nail this shot, I'd be real happy. Oh.
Taken care of.
Thank you, sir. We appreciate that. Okay. Pending assignment, Scout. Did we move you up and try to get you a kill? Problem is we're going to do that, and then we're probably going to either pop the outsider or something else. Hey, no risk, no reward, right? Nice. There you go. Promotion earned. Very nice. Okay, so case in point, this person will be assigned to whoever had the next priority. There were, I think, a few more Patreon folks. But if not, then I would just go to the public, the public list, and I would take the first person that said they were okay with being male or female and wanted to be a scout, because this person's going to be a scout, right? That's how I would do it. Just trying to provide as much clarity as possible. I like to try to be as, you know, I like to be transparent with you guys. Yeah. So you know why I'm doing what I'm doing. No reason to keep that hidden. At least I don't think so. Alright, let's see. Eve,
Okay.
let's move up. By the way, if you're not familiar with the campaigns, the voice for Eve is actually the real Eve. What? Yes, that's right. She was one of the voice actors for the Long War team. And that's her voice. So every time we move her around, we get the actual person's voice. And I'm proud to say she's been a member, she's been a malcontent for many years. I just think that's so cool. Let's see. You know what? Let's just grab a reload.
Let's rock.
Okay, we've got sectoids up here. So I would imagine we're going to have like a group of 4 that we'll have to deal with over here. And so this is a landed scout, so that means complement of... Oh, not landed. We shot it down. Right, so... I'm trying to remember. Is it 9 to 11? Something like that. Alright, let's go across.
Rack tap bang.
Okay. Mark, what do we want you to do, buddy? You know what?
Copy that.
You're gonna move back here, and why don't you just go ahead and steady up? And you've got that really nice aim, huh? Yeah. With steady, you're at 101. I would say that's pretty good, considering your rank. Okay, Eve,
On my way.
crossover. Clutch. Where do I want you? Yeah, right there, buddy. Looks good. Billy.
Affirmative.
Right there is
Moving out.
fine. Half cover's perfectly acceptable, obviously, when we're not actively fighting. Now, once we engage,
Double time.
that's a different story. We'll want to be in full cover. And you could make the argument that you always want to be in a position to get to full cover
What's making that noise?
on the move you encounter. So like right now, if there was anybody that couldn't get to full cover, then it would be a problem, right?
That's affirmative.
But that's not the case. We got Meld that way. We're going to go get it. Specifically, you're going to go get it.
I'm on the move.
How far back is that? Here somewhere? Alright.
Aye, aye, Commander.
Move again.
Enemies in sight.
Okay. 2 sectoids. They moved back instead of forward, so she's okay in terms of flank. That's good. So now the question is, how aggressive do we want to get this turn? Not super aggressive, because we can't... I don't see us getting a kill. So we'll just settle down right here. We'll reposition and get ready.
Aye, aye, Commander.
Alright, let me hunker down over here. Sorry, I'm like a big cat sometimes. I saw something and
Headed there now.
it distracted me. I'm easily distracted. Alright, hunker down. Okay, we go ahead and push up over here. Actually, you can hang out right there, buddy. And then we've already got steadied up on the sniper, so we'll just wait. Alright, let's see. Now, they're both on Overwatch. We have no scout. So that... What's the term for that? There's a technical term. Oh, yeah. That sucks. Alright, so we can run it and risk our... You know what? Hey, we might as well. Alright, so let's dash. And let's dash past them. Yeah, maybe we can get eyes on the meld. Let's do that.
Solid copy, Commander. I'm under fire.
Oh, still alive. Nice. Congrats. Okay, you've got no shot because they're down there. I don't really want to... I don't want to reposition you, however. I want you to stay here, so I'm just going to do this and steady up and leave you in position.
Position confirmed.
Alright, slide up with Eve. And let's see. Let's go ahead and say hello to this little guy. There you go. Howdy.
Frag out.
Okay, that's one down. And then we should be able to send
Moving to firing position.
Clutch over to take care of the other one.
10-4.
Yeah, it's safe to just go here. Hi there.
X-ray neutralized.
Oh, it's still my favorite thing. It really is. I'm trying to think of something more satisfying in this game than shotguns to the face. I don't know that there is one. I mean, I'm just being honest.
I'm on the move.
Can you guys think of anything better in Long War than shotgun to the face? I don't know that I can.
Reloaded.
Maybe a really good, like, in the zone run or something? I don't know. Maybe.
Double time.
We should have that as a poll. What's better, in the zone chain or shotguns to the face? I think shotguns to the face. All right, come on. You gotta go get that.
Aye, aye, Commander. Visual on the goods.
We need that meld. All right, so what have we got down so far? 4. So 2 drones, 2 sectoids. I would think at least another pack, right, of sectoids plus the outsider at a minimum, right?
Heading to that
I
location.
don't know. I'm a little rusty, so I could be wrong on that. I could.
I'm on the move.
Bill,
Got it.
push up
Moving.
there, and Eve, right there, darling. Thank you. Mark, stay right there, buddy. Oh, really?
What the hell was that?
Behind us, you say? That's gotta be another. That's gotta be drones then. Sectoids Sectoids don't move that far. Not on patrol, anyway.
Roger that. It's been secured.
Okay, 6 meld. You can also tell if you guys, for those of you that maybe aren't as familiar with Long War, that's a good indication of how you're doing.
I'm on the move.
If you can keep it like 6 to 7 meld, like at a, kind of on a constant basis, then you're pacing well with the aliens because it's balanced based on their progress. So if they have no progress, it's dangerous because then they can do some nasty things to you. But in this scenario, that's pretty good. Just need to try to keep it that way.
On my way.
Tell me. Okay, hold on. But you don't have eyes on. But if we shoot him now, so what? Okay, so what's happening here? If you're not sure, is that we have sightline because we're higher ground, right? So we got a little bit better sightline than the outsider does. So we can see the outsider, and the outsider can't see us. So that's a free shot, which would trigger him. The question is, do we want to take this engagement right now? I would say yes for sure if I could put him down, but I don't think I can. So instead, I'm gonna play it a little bit safe.
Commander.
Not gonna get too excitable here, and I'm gonna set up some overwatches.
I'm on it, Commander.
I'm gonna wait to the next turn and hope that he's in a fixed position
Reloaded.
and that he's not padding. Right? And then I'm gonna steady up. Now what could happen is we could get engaged from behind by those drones. I could see that happening. Yeah, and I hear them, but we're good. All right, you still got eyes on? Oh, you do. Do you have eyes on? Nope. All right, so we're gonna take this shot, which is now 89%, and we're gonna draw him to us. 5 crit. Do you have like a 4% chance? Wow, that was badass. Now the question is, can we finish you? And I think the answer to that is possibly. The answer to that is yes. Nice. Very nice. Good job. All right, let's see. Let's shift the other direction because last we heard this was the way, right? Meanwhile, you're going to go try and find the other meld. Okay. You're going to... Let's reposition. Just a little bit. Okay. And Eve. What do we do? You know what? We can go right there for now is fine.
Rolling out.
Okay. We'll put clutch right next to her. And here we have.
Enemies in
Yep.
sight.
Incoming. One of these
Enemy's
Mark
still
can
alive.
take, as long as he's got line of sight. Yeah, he should. Now, that tree. Darn it. Well, that's frustrating. Alright.
Damn it! No rounds.
Moving to position.
Alright, we're gonna backtrack, steady up. And actually,
Aye, aye, Commander.
I'm gonna bet that actually these drones are it, and this is a pretty light mission. In which case, the 2 drones, we kill them, and then we'd get the rest of the meld on the mission anyway. So I'm not gonna worry about sending our pseudo scout into the UFO. Doesn't make sense to do that.
Affirmative.
Okay, we'll have Mark take the high ground over here. Steady up. And he can take out one next turn. And I think what we're going to do is we'll just back off. Yeah,
Affirmative.
there's no reason for us to engage them like this, with them having the advantage. So, like this, and then clutch.
Heading there now.
You can back up here. Hunker. They'll move in a little closer and we'll finish this up. No fuss, no muss. Especially if they're going to cooperate and double move like that. Drones are pretty stupid. It's not until later on when you get the giant, like,
Watch the flanks.
big
their
UFO
attack.
or big drones that they're even a factor. Oh,
Damn it,
Mark.
missed the target.
Come on, buddy. I can't set it up any better for you than that. Alright, so let's take this one out. Nicely done.
Adjusting aim.
Go for a maybe get lucky shot over here. I don't know that she's gonna have line of sight. Oh, she
That looks
does.
like the primary power source for the alien craft. I could only hazard a guess as to the amount of power it would have to be generating to propel
Yeah,
that ship.
thanks,
I watch
Doc.
your fire down there. That
Copy
equipment
that.
could be highly unstable.
Yep. Are you watching the mission with Central? Because if you are, then you know you should know we're good to go. Oh, nice.
X-ray neutralized.
Okay.
Headed there now.
Greetings from Earth. Really? Oh, come on now. That's just not fair. Well, as long as it doesn't crit, which it probably will because it's a
On
drone.
my way.
If it does 4 damage, he'll be lightly wounded, and that's alright, I guess, at the end of the day. Silly me.
Back online.
I thought we were still on DR1, but they're already progressed to DR2. Oh, 6 crit. Okay, or 5 crit. Should be moderate wound. Alright. Alright, now you need to die. There you go. So if you had done 6 before, we would have been all good, right? So a nearly flawless mission. What's that saying? The only things... what is it? Only things count for being close is horseshoes and hand grenades? Something like that. Alright, so what do we got? Wounded for 9 days, right? That's the new, quote-unquote, new scout. Wounded for 11 days. Hey, that's not bad, and we got a bunch of promotions. Alright, so let's grab those. Infantry. So we got a choice of Steadfast, which I really like, by the way. Covering Fire or Executioner. So there's really 2 primary builds for Long War, if you're not familiar with it. There's an Overwatch build, and there's a what's called a sort of a crit damage sustained build. So if you're going to go with Overwatch build, then you would do something like Covering Fire, Opportunist, Suppression, Lock and Load, Sentinel, and then you could go VPT, Extra Conditioning, or Rapid Fire. I actually think Extra Conditioning is probably the best one to cap with. Or you can go Executioner, Aggression, And then you can make a lot of arguments, because this row right here, these are all good. I would probably go Deadeye because of late game flyers. They can be a real pain, so this helps a bunch. On the next tier, I still think Lock and Load is a no-brainer. Like, I don't see ever taking anything other than Lock and Load. Then you drop down a level, and you would have to really go with Bring 'em On to make it worth it for the extra crit damage. Though it's, if you're going to put them up close and have them try to take 2 shots every turn and keep them in the action, Resilience you can make a pretty hard argument for too. And then on the last one, I'm a huge fan of extra conditioning, but if you were doing crit damage sustain build, you would have to either go with VPT or you'd have to go with rapid fire, I think, to finish that off. In this case, with Nicholas, we're going to go with... I'd like to have at least one sort of support infantry, and Nicholas here, we had expressed an interest in being the guy that was primarily responsible for taking new recruits out. Yeah, so I'm gonna go Overwatch build with him, and he might end up being the only Overwatch build infantry that we do. Okay, and then pending assignment, right, we'll have to do that in the barracks. Eve. Hollow targeting, smoke grenade, or sapper. That's going to be sapper. So early game, you want sapper for the extra environmental damage. Okay. As you progress, you start adding more and more engineers. I would suggest to all of you to go more utility. So hollow targeting or smoke grenade. Probably smoke grenade, honestly, because once you start building utility engineers, you're going to use them for capture and you're going to use them for protection primarily. They become less offensive and more about being a utility player as the game progresses. So we're setting her up, however, to be essentially offensive. So we'll end up going sapper. Then on the next level, I'll either do smoke and mirrors or heat warheads for the extra damage to robotics. Probably smoke and mirrors, because once we get acid grenades, it's going to be really important to carry those on every mission. And generally speaking, when you're playing on Impossible, acid grenades are hard counters to enemies like berserkers. You basically gotta have them. And cyber discs. And right when berserkers tend to start hitting the campaign, you just barely have researched it. So it's good to have a couple of people that can carry acid grenades. And obviously, if you have smoke and mirrors, you get an extra use. So you get a lot of value out of that. You drop down, I think, repair because of the extra arc thrower charges for captures. And she has a 15 mobility, so she's definitely going to be one of our capture engineers. You drop down a level. I'd have to say it's a tough choice, but if you took smoke and mirrors, you could make an argument for dense smoke so that you could carry more smokes and they'd be more valuable. It just depends. I mean, battle scanners are pretty awesome too, especially when you go down to the next level and you could do Pack Master, which adds small items to all of them. So you end up with like a gazillion different grenades and battle scanners and whatever you want. Extra conditioning on an engineer, there is a build where you use that, and maybe I'll talk about that in the future, because you can actually build an engineer as sort of a rifleman that is specific to anti-mechanicals. And there's a specific way you have to set up their gear and stuff to make that work. But anyway, I'll go through that at some point if you guys want me to. And then you drop down. The last level, you've got tandem warheads, fire rocket, and bombard. And at this level, I think it's really a choice between bombard for the extra range or tandem warheads so that the damage doesn't fall off, so that it does the full damage across the range. But bear in mind, there are times when you don't want that to happen. Like sometimes you'll throw a grenade and you've got to do it. It's the right thing to do. But then one of your people is potentially in that blast radius. Tandem warheads can be great, and it can also be like, oh my god, I don't want to kill my own guy. That kind of situation. So it's not perfect. It's good, but it's situational. Whereas bombard, quite frankly, is always useful. I mean, you can chuck it like halfway through the map. So that's probably not that far, but you know what I'm saying. All right, let's see. And then Fell. What? Oh yeah, you're going to be a medic. All right, so let's go to the barracks and do that real quick. Alien computer research is done. We picked up some corpses. Really, only 6 meld? Did the other canister expire that fast? Sheesh. All right. You soldiers. Now, she's already got 40 will, which is phenomenal. So she'll be a medic, and then she'll be one of the psyops that we train later on. 47. And since we want to double down on that, what we're going to do is we're going to take Steadfast, which is just a good idea anyway, so the person never freaks out. We'll get that +5 will, plus the boost from the level. So she's going to be at, like, I don't know, probably close to 60 at Lance Corporal. Yeah, she's going to be a beast as a psyop later. And her stats overall are good. Like, her aim's not that great, but who cares, really? There is a build where that matters, but for our purposes, how we're going to build her out, it's not going to matter. Okay, and pending assignment person. You're going to be a scout. So, yeah, that's a little iffy, but the rest of the stats are good. You're going to stay as a scout, obviously. We assigned you as. Alright, so I'll look and see who can fill that role. I'll check the list and add that. Okay, what else we got going on here? I think I'm going to end this one here. Yeah. I'm going to make, actually what I'm going to do is I'm going to stop right now and make a quick cut in the video. And just take a look at how much time I have. And I may do another mission, or I'll come back and just say, hey, you know, whatever, okay?
Okay, folks, well, you know what? I am going to go ahead and end this one here, but I will likely have another episode out the same night. I mean, it is long Thursday night war, right? So, but at the very least, I'm going to go take a break for a little bit. And if there's another episode, then it means I came back and, you know what I'm saying. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this one, and if you did, consider hitting that thumbs up. Thanks so much for watching. Till next time, I'm Mal, and I'll see you later.